Hey, my name's Hannah England, or Hill, as some things still say, and this is the final oral exam. I want to go ahead and apologize up front. I feel awful, and so there might be sniffing and sneezing, and I just wanted to apologize for that up front. But anyways, so I am a second year teacher going into my second year. I just finished my first year, and I teach third grade, so this will be my second year in third grade. For this final oral exam, I will be going over the course objectives that really struck with me and I feel like I really got the most impact out of, my future plans or changes that I want to make in order to address the multicultural issues that we've discussed, and ways I can network and collaborate in my school setting. So the first course objective that I felt like really hit home with me was examine gifted program policies and procedures through multicultural framework. So through this course and through the other courses that we've taken so far in this program, we've dug really into our gifted program and the policies that are set forth in our school placement. So this allowed me to just take an even deeper look at that, especially through that multicultural lens. I know I've looked at it several times, our referral process and evaluation process, but this just really gave me a chance to see it from a different lens through that multicultural lens. So like most schools, we have the referral, the evaluation, and the eligibility process, and I just included a little screenshot of that process that our county has on their website. And at the bottom, you can see that the student must qualify in all of these areas to be placed in gifted. So mental ability, achievement, creativity, and motivation. And those run from 90 percentile to 96th percentile, and they are very rigid in their cutoffs. I also took a look at my school individually, and we definitely follow these same procedures for referral, evaluation, and eligibility. There's no really changes within our school system from the county, and I just realized that we don't have anything that differentiates for those students who are from different cultures, who may have language barriers, who may be in poverty. There's no difference, and we are judging the students on the same test and same evaluation process, no matter what their background is. So looking into Ford's recommendations, he said that we can either adapt instruments to relative language and experiences that our students have, renorm the instruments based on the local or subgroup norms, modify predetermined cutoff scores and criteria, or use alternative measure instruments that measure the same construct. I dug in deep to each of those to figure out what would be best for our school. And I haven't really had a chance to talk to our gifted program coordinator at my school, but I would love to have the opportunity in the next few weeks as we head back to school to see what I can do or what we can do to make changes to our evaluation process. So I know there needs to be a change, and I feel like I really saw that in this course, and I got to examine the gifted program through our county on a multicultural level. The second objective is to evaluate personal beliefs and professional experiences related to multicultural gifted education issues. So with this being only my second year, going into my second year teaching, I feel like I don't have a ton of professional experience related to multicultural gifted education, especially the issues that lie within that domain. So until these courses, I really was not aware of the multicultural issues faced anywhere, really. I grew up in a semi-diverse place. It's growing to be more diverse, but I know that there's so many others that have grown up in a situation that's definitely more diverse for me, and I know that there is a lack of diversity in the gifted program for both students and teachers. I wish I could have exact numbers on what the discrepancy is between the total enrollment and the multicultural or different diversity enrollments. That's something that I definitely want to look into. But I know this is a need that needs to be addressed, and I feel like going into this school year, I have such a more broadened, I guess, sight of what the issues are and what I need to be on the lookout for. I also know that personally, I was probably more likely to refer a child for gifted education who fit those typical gifted characteristics, where we say like a typical gifted student. But now I'm more aware of that, and I feel like going into this next year, I will put aside personal biases or personal beliefs to better help and serve my multicultural students in their gifted needs. So that kind of leads into my future plans. The first one my first future plan is courageous conversation. I love this quote. It says, "Courageous conversation is a strategy for breaking down racial tensions and raising racism as a topic of discussion that allows those who possess knowledge on a particular topic to have the opportunity to share it, and those who do not have the knowledge to learn and grow from the experience." Which I think is so amazing. I know this is related to race specifically, but these conversations can be used for anything, on any topic that those who know something about can share, and those who don't get to learn and grow from that experience. And some of the questions that, oh my goodness, I can't remember who the author of this article was, but they asked questions such as, "Can you tell me what you mean when you say?" Or, "Is it possible for you to say more about?" "Have the thoughts you shared been shaped by others, or is this your own personal perspective? Why do you think others might want to challenge you for your perspective?" And I know when I was reading that, I was thinking about my kids. I feel like I have to give my kids sentence stems if I want them to have strong, rich conversations, at least at the beginning of the year. And those are sentence stems for adults and kids to help engage in these courageous conversations. And that article also mentioned 4 ways to, or 4 critical components of these courageous conversations. And that's to stay engaged, expect discomfort, speak your truth, and expect a lack of closure. And I think that's so important, just to be open-minded, engaged in the conversation, but open-minded if something happens that challenges your beliefs. Be not afraid to say what you feel, but also listen to others because they have so much to offer. So definitely a goal of mine this year is to engage in these courageous conversations, whether it be with the students in my classroom over things like the micro assaults or validation or just respect of others, and then also engage in these conversations with my colleagues on the issues of multicultural education. The second thing that I plan to do this year is to evaluate my curriculum and the resources that we have. Ford, in the Multicultural Gifted Education book, discusses the suggestions for eliminating bias in the curriculum. And he states that these steps help empower students to live, thrive, and contribute to school and society. So those 6 steps are: address prejudice, deal with generalizations versus stereotypes, build a sense of community, increase self-understanding and pride. Oh, I put that one twice. I do not know which one I missed. I'm so sorry about that. I will go back and check that. And then number 6 is to increase empathy. Actually, I think there was only 5, and I just double did one of them. But I feel like I have a really strong grasp on building a sense of community and helping my students understand, have a little bit of self-understanding and pride. But I know that I can do better to address prejudice and deal with the generalizations versus stereotypes when looking at our curriculum. So as a goal of mine this year, and even moving forward, because I know this isn't going to be an immediate change, it's an ongoing thing, going from every time we plan to for years on, but to take a deep look at our curriculum and address those biases that I see within the curriculum. And the last thing is my network and collaboration. So again, that kind of fits in with my future plans, but the first step is engage in conversations with my grade level about the need for multicultural differentiation for our students. That really goes back to this evaluating curriculum and what we can do to improve. So I want to sit down, have those conversations. I know it's only my 2nd year, but I feel like we've learned so much, that I have so much to offer to my grade level about these multicultural issues and how we can address those in our planning. And then the second thing would be to meet with my gifted program coordinator at my school to develop a plan to educate teachers on the multicultural issues and ways we can help. So we've learned so many strategies in this course. The biggest one that stands out to me is having those conversations, but meet with her to see exactly what are the statistics, what is the discrepancy in teachers and students of minorities compared to the whole population, and what can we do to help? So educating teachers on the ways to refer students and students to look out for, what those characteristics are. Is there a way to bring in minority teachers so that we can better serve those students, because those have the biggest impact on those students? Just figure out what we can do to help educate teachers and help change these multicultural issues in my school system. That's it. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.